Hi everybody. In this short video, we're going to look at the Office 365 Insights Solution Accelerator from Born in the Cloud. It's a solution accelerator that's going to really help you get insights into your Office 365 experience. Essentially what we do is we start off by taking the 5 logs from Office 365 and bringing them into Log Analytics. So we take Azure AD, Exchange, SharePoint, DLP, and General Audit. We bring these in through a service principal. We don't use a global administrator, so we don't have an account that doesn't have MFA enabled on it. The next thing that we do is your message trace logs. Inside Office 365, they're there for 90 days. After 90 days, they're wiped. So we take those message trace logs again through the API, no PowerShell, into your log analytics environment. And then we build a really nice, simple, quick interface that helps you understand and query message trace logs. And you can keep that out of the box for up to 2 years. The next thing we do is we look at service monitoring. So we have a bunch of service checks, synthetic transactions that run in your environment. And so we do things like end-to-end mail flow. We check that Azure AD is working. We check SharePoint and we check Teams from a tenant perspective. So we write all this through Azure functions that run inside your tenant, all in your environment. And you'll be able to know from a tenant perspective, do we see things working, yes or no? Step 3. The fourth step that we do is we use log analytics and we go out and we put agents, the Microsoft monitoring agent, on 20 or more machines in your environment. And we do things like network performance monitoring. We do service map. We do a bunch of things on those agents. So from network performance monitor, we have service tests, and the service tests tell you what the agent looks like, accessing things like authentication, Teams, Skype for Business, etc. We have service map, and on the service map, we have a bunch of really sophisticated queries that are able to show you things like the performance, the failed connections, and we're able to compare machines in the different environments. So this becomes a super important thing. Typically what you would do is if you had users or environments that have an issue, you would just stick the log analytics agent onto those machines, and very quickly you'd get an insight into what's happening with them versus other people in your environment. We take the data that's in log analytics and we put it into a Power BI dashboard. We put things like the service checks. We look at general Office 365 bandwidth and consumption, and then we're able to do things like compare computers, compare processes. I have down 2 computers, but you can compare as many as you like. We then build a number of tests into the environment. So we test to see, is DNS still working the way it should be? We test, has somebody set up mail forwarding? And then we look at things like high mail flow. There's not an organization we go to that doesn't say to us, hey, we've got this problem that somebody is after just sending 400 emails in the last hour. We know it's impossible. We want to be alerted on that, and be able to take action. And then the last part of our solution accelerator is automated responses. So what we give you out of the box is a check for high mail flow. So somebody's sending 100 emails, and then we've integrated Azure functions with Azure Logic apps, and somebody like security admin gets sent an approver email to say, hey, this user is sending an awful lot of email. What do you want to do? And from the email, you can just say, oh, stop them, stop their account. Boom, go, and it will just disable their account. We're going to break down each of these components into further deeper dive videos, but just in terms of giving you, quick 5 minutes to explain what the solution is, this is what it is. Click onto the following videos and we'll really explain what we're going to do.